In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Justin and Katie are with us. Hey guys, how are ya?
Good.
Doing great, Dave.
Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. So you guys are from where?
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Well, welcome to Nashville. And here to do your debt-free scream.
Yes, sir.
I love it. How much have you paid off?
We paid off just over $32,000.
Good for you. And how long did that take?
It took us 15 months.
Very good. And your income, household range of income during that time?
Started out just over 80,000 and ended up just over 100.
Good for you. And what do you guys do for a living?
I am a network engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I am a yoga teacher.
Awesome. Very cool. Fun. Good to have you guys. Well, this is fun. What kind of debt was the $32,000?
It was a car and 3 credit cards.
Okay. What happened 15 months ago that made you guys decide that you were going to be weird and get out of debt?
So back in 2013, I was on a deployment with my National Guard unit and had a buddy who was going through your plan. And I thought, that sounds great, but I don't need a plan like that. I'll just pay off the debt. So while I was gone, I paid off a truck and a credit card.
Oh, good.
And got back. We went to Disney on credit. And 9 months later, we had run up right back where we were.
Yeah.
And so
Bought a car, yeah.
Yeah, so we had another car to pay off. And basically, I was like, this stress is too much. And I got your book. My dad had your book, read that. And then I had to come to Katie and try to talk her into getting rid of this debt, which was very hard. But I did that and apologized to her really for failure and leading financially in our life because we had just been living, spending more than we made for a long time. And she
Katie,
was
what did that sound like when he comes in and starts talking about that? How much did your shields go up or your warning bells go off or what?
No, I thought it was a great idea when he came to me. I wasn't always aware of everything financially, so it was nice to kind of come together and be kind of a team and do that together.
So to be in the loop made it all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to have a say in the decisions.
Exactly.
And that kind of stuff. That added to the equation, added to the appeal of it, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. So what one debt did y'all pay it off and you went, I hate you people, I'm so glad you're gone?
For me, it was the credit cards because the funny thing is, the 15 months, we thought it was 14 months. I had paid it. We had paid it off. The boys pushed the buttons on the phone, and we thought we paid it off. And then Katie called me a month later and said she had gone to the bank to take some money out, and they said we owed $1.26 on our credit card. So apparently they had a charge interest. I didn't even know they could do that with a zero balance, but I guess they can.
They figured out a way to do something, don't they?
Yep.
Get you one last time, baby.
Yep.
It's my last $1.26 you'll ever get out of me. We're
That's
closing
true.
this account. You get them all closed up and don't have to worry about that ever again. Wow, that's fun. So how does it feel now different than it felt, say, 2 years ago? Because now you don't have any debt and now you're working together. Back then you had debt and really Katie didn't even half know what was going on at that time. Is that right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So what's the difference feel like now versus then?
Go ahead.
For me, it just feels a lighter load. You know, he is less stressed, and you can tell when we are on trips and we go places and we're able to sort of have fun in a way that isn't stressful the way it used to be.
Okay.
For me, it's freedom. It's the financial freedom, the emotional freedom, the spiritual freedom. It's just a lot of change just fell off when that happened. So
yeah, very cool. So have the boys watched this happen?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
They know what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
they've heard a lot of your podcasts.
I love it. All right. And so their names and ages?
This is Lincoln, and he's 10, and this is Barrett, and he's 8.
All right. Very cool. And have they been practicing all the way from Dayton? Do
Yes.
they know what a debt-free scream is?
Yes, they
do.
Okay, because we kind of rate kids on their ability to do debt-free screams around here. The YouTube channel will jump in. They'll tell you about it if you kind of mail it in. So you got to go for it, guys, okay? I'm kidding. No pressure. No pressure. We also got a copy of Chris Hogan's #1 best-selling book, Retire Inspired, which is the next thing for you to do is to build wealth and increase your generosity and go crazy. And, of course, it's signed by Chris and everything, so we'll give you a copy of that when you're done. And congratulations. Very proud of y'all.
Thank you very much.
You guys are heroes. You took control of your lives. It's amazing. It's good stuff. So few people do that it makes you weird. So you're not normal anymore. From now on, it's official. All right, Justin and Katie, Lincoln and Barrett, Dayton, Ohio, $32,000 paid off in 15 months. That includes $1.26. And they did that making 80 to 100. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free!
Yeah! Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Well done. Love it, love it, love it. That's the sound of a family tree being changed right there. Dad and Mom decided they were going to take control of their lives. The boys watch. It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. I remember I was probably Barrett's age, maybe 8 years old, something like that, and I was at my grandpa's house, and we were taking apart an old shed, and it was that old school solid freaking oak that you can't even drive a nail through. It's so hard, the wood was, and they had drilled holes to be able to drive the nails through. The drilled holes is the only way they got the stuff in. So we're taking the thing apart, and this stuff's like concrete. It's unbelievable. And I pulled a nail out, and I began pulling nails out of the boards because he was going to save the boards, of course, and I started throwing the nails away. And he's like, oh, no. You get those back out. And a lot of you had a grandpa like this, too, like I did. And I had to straighten the nail out. I lay it on the board and beat on it and straighten it out, get it as straight as I could get it, and then we put it back in a can, and we had those old bent nails in this can, which wouldn't drive in anything. It was probably completely wasted exercise, but that's how he was. You know why? Your grandma did that? Why your grandma canned tomatoes your whole life? Why your grandpa pulled nails out and straightened them and kept them? Why they fixed everything until it couldn't be fixed anymore and wrung every piece of life out of every household appliance? You know why? Because they had an event in their life, in their childhood or their young adulthood, that's the same thing that Lincoln and Barrett had, an event in their life. Their parents changed the way they were handling money. Now, in the case of my grandpa and some of your grandpas or grandmas, it was the event was called the Great Depression, wasn't it? It was the virtual collapse of our economy, combined with one of the worst droughts, which created a dust bowl. Agriculture went in the tank as well during that same time. And people didn't have anything, and they had to make do. And that generation was forever changed. You could say scarred, if you want, to the point that they never looked at money the same way again. They never looked at money. They never looked at security from money the same way again. They never took anything for granted when it came to getting value out of a dollar. And see, that's exactly what happens in your house when you decide, as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. As for me and my house, we're going to handle money biblically, which involves being on a plan and being generous and getting out of debt so that we can do more of both. And we're going to change our family tree. And when you do that, the changes that occur inside of your heart, in your behaviors, in your attitudes, in your habits, in your relationship with your spouse, the changes that are required of you in order to get out of debt will permanently change your children. Because they can't help but watch and go, my dad's a different guy. My mom's a different guy. And we laugh about it around here and go, they were scarred by Dave Ramsey. They were scarred by the Dave Ramsey Show. They were scarred by Financial Peace University. They weren't scarred. They were scarred by their stupid decisions prior to that, and they were motivated and inspired to change their lives from that point forward and never go back. And see, so what happens is, with these debt-free screams, you're not just hearing the sound of one couple getting out of debt. You're hearing the sound of kids being involved, and that means those kids watch those parents change as individuals, and that's how you change your family tree. We're talking legacy here, big time legacy. So when are you going to start your change? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. You can do this. That really is the message. Whether you've got $270,000 in student loan debt or $27,000, whether you've got a $50,000 income or a $500,000 income,